Okay, I hope, because I have been told that you are already graduate pass out, if I'm not wrong. So these are all electrical engineering basics, or very specifically DC circuit analysis basics. So I hope that you will be knowing most of the concepts, and if you have questions, then you can ask at any time. Then we will discuss your queries. All right. Am I properly audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Yes.
all right. Very nice. So the first topic is about DC circuits. So we will be trying to cover many things about DC circuit. What is DC, and what is its counterpart like AC? Okay. So DC circuit simply means that those circuits in which the source of the supply is direct current. Direct current simply means that it must provide a constant voltage or a constant current. All right. So voltage and current, you know what are their basics, their symbol. You can see we have a comparison table here. Current we generally represent by a symbol I, capital I, and voltage by a capital V. These are symbols used to represent current and voltages. Okay. And when we say what is the relationship, the idea is that when we apply voltage, current flows in the circuit. And when there is a circuit and when there is a voltage, there will be some current flowing if it is a closed circuit. Okay, because as you know, the current needs to follow a given circuit. If it is broken at any point, it does not form a closed loop, then current cannot flow in that particular loop. Okay. And the measurement quantities, or uh, in what terms we measure these currents and voltages. So you can see current is measured in amperes. It is its standard uh, measurement. Okay, and voltage is measured in volts. And the instruments which are used to measure current and voltages, they are ammeter and voltmeter respectively. Ammeter measures amperes and voltmeters measure volts. Symbols: A is for you. A is used for amperes, or you can write AMPS, or in full form amperage. Likewise, V for voltage, it is generally written as volts. All right. When you need to consider certain circuits, we will come to the type of circuits also. So connection wise, the basic connections in DC circuits is a series connection or a parallel connection. In more involved, more complex circuits, the connection may be combination of these two basic connections. All right. And if you consider any two nodes in a given circuit, and within that link, or across those two nodes, the basic structure of connection will appear. It will be either series or parallel. And definitely, when you say series or parallel, there needs to be at least two circuit components. When we say circuit components in electrical engineering, these circuit components are either resistance or resistor or capacitor or inductor and or a source of energy, maybe a voltage source or a current source. So when we consider a connection across two nodes, current in all the components will be same. That is how a series connection is identified. And the voltage across the two considered nodes will be the sum of the voltages across individual components. Okay. And when you consider parallel connection, voltage across those two nodes across which different components are connected, that will be same, while the current will be distributed. Okay, and detail we will come to know much more in detail. And if you define power, it is energy consumed, rate of energy consumed in a unit time. And if you consider SI units of power, current, and time, or energy and time, then this formula is known to you. 1 watt is equal to 1 joule of energy per second. Okay. And you can get the power by multiplying voltage and currents. Okay. So these are some basics about some series, parallel connection, voltage, current. Okay. Now, as I said, there are two basic types of voltages, voltage source and current source. They may be direct current or they may be alternating current. Okay. Symbols, as you know, that if there is a DC, it is represented by two straight lines, one larger than smaller, and this symbol represents a single cell. Just a minute. हाँ जी सर, नमस्कार। हाँ बताएं। हेलो। अभी सर राजकुमार जी, मैं थोड़ा क्लास में हूँ, अभी मैं बात करूँ आपको 1 बजे के आसपास। अब 1 मिनट, 1 मिनट, जस्ट अ मिनट। हाँ, एक मिनट। Sorry. So, okay. Is it okay? I'm audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So the single cell is represented by this symbol, and if you have multiple cells, uh, the same symbol is used multiple times, and you can add more voltages in this way. Suppose a single cell is of 12 volts, and you need 24 volts, so you need to connect them in series, right? That is how a battery voltage is also created. And if you have to represent any given voltage in a compact way, then it is represented by third symbol. You use this V and you put the polarity sign, positive and negative. And when you need to represent an AC is alternating current source or current alternating voltages, then you draw a sinusoidal symbol within the circuit that represents AC source. And I hope you know what is AC. It is a pure sinusoid. In Indian standard, it is of 50 hertz and magnitude varies. So sinusoid means that it starts at zero and follow a sine function and has a time period of uh, maybe when you consider 50 hertz signal, so that means it will complete 50 cycles in 1 second. That is 50 hertz. Cycles per second is hertz. All right. So DC voltage, then DC current. This is how you can understand a DC current flow. If you connect a voltage source in some circuit, a simple most circuit may be a single resistance connected across this voltage source, and current will start flowing. And if you want to measure this current, magnitude of this current, you need to have a ammeter and connect them in series. This is how you connect the ammeter in series. You break the circuit at one point, you will get 2 points, two ends, and one end you connect to ammeters, one polarity or one end you connect to one end, another end to another end, and ammeter will start showing the value of the current. Oh. Uh, this example you would have seen in your laboratories, okay, or a similar kind of series and parallel connections. They appear in our domestic electrical wiring also. So this simple example shows that if you can connect two light bulbs, incandescent bulbs, connect them in series, and then the connection of two bulbs can be connected to a voltage source, maybe a cell, and then current flows, and when it flows through the light bulbs, they get heated up and they give you the light output. Okay. And if you want to measure voltage, because whenever current flows through a resistance, it will drop some of the voltage. And in this circuit, if 3 volts is connected across 2 bulbs, then some of the voltage will drop across bulb A, and some of the voltage will drop across bulb B. So you can see the current is same through the 2 bulbs because they are connected in series, but voltage will be different, and that difference will be due to the difference in their resistances. So voltage drop is also called as IR drop, which is according to the Ohm's law. And if you want to measure the voltage, you need to have a voltmeter. The 2 points across which you want to measure the voltage, you have to connect that voltmeter across those points. Okay, you can see the voltage across bulb 1 is coming out to be 2 volts, and the voltage across uh, bulb 1 is coming out to be 2 volts, and bulb 2 it is coming out to be 1 volt. So it is because of the difference in their resistances, because current is same because they are connected in series.